This is a message to my beloved brothers and sisters, the melanated souls on the planet Earth now. Here we go. My name is Brother Simbi. Just call me Brother Simbi, man, because I'm your brother. You know, I don't profess to have any knowledge that you don't have. I don't profess to have any abilities that you don't have. I don't profess to be any more than what you all are. But I'm just your brother, and I have some views that I want to share that really, I'm just be honest with you, they come from my ancestors, or my spirit guides, or they come from the lords and the keepers of the records. Okay? Now, hey, you can receive this in any way that you want to receive it. You can take it or you can leave it. That is not my concern. But I am charged with what I volunteered to do, not what I am made to do. But I volunteered to bring about the manifestation of what is called the Raise the Level mandate. Raise the Level mandate. This mandate is a directive from some spiritual guides and some enlightened ancestors that I have been interacting with. Now, if you want me to try to prove to you that I am communicating with some ancestors or some quote unquote dead people, that's not what I'm here to do. I cannot prove that to you. I will not try to prove that to you. This is my belief system. And I've had enough proof and experience in my life to accept it as being real. Okay? So you can take this or let this alone, but this is a message to my brothers and sisters. And just so you know, I don't even know what I'm about to say. They're speaking this to me as these words come out. They're giving me the next word. Okay? So our ancestors are very eager and very enthusiastic about what's going on in the world today and what we are doing as a people. Because what we have to understand is we are greater than what we realize in our conscious mind. But at the same time, we do realize the greatness because we are always talking about this greatness, but we can sense it and we can feel it, but there's a lot of self-doubt. And so the reason the ancestors are happy, the reason our spiritual partners are happy is because this is a grand opportunity for us to really dig in and wake up. And when we wake up, it's just a matter of us opening our eyes to slightly more degree. You don't have to even wake up to all the knowledge of the universe because it's not possible to do that anyway, not in these finite brains of ours. However, we are very capable of waking up in order to take things to the next level. And the next level is beyond what we're experiencing now. We spend, this is what they're telling me, no judgment here, it's not me. We spend too much time thinking about and looking at and worrying about what they are doing. And we don't spend enough time formulating the plans and the ideas of what we want to do and experience. See, there's a thing that has been passed on to us that has us in a spell, a very ignorant spell right now that has us thinking that the people whose actions have proven to function as our enemies, they put us under a spell to make us think and feel like what they have going on is what we need to be reacting to and what we need to be responding to and what we need to be basing our behavior on. But when someone puts you in that position, then they are in the position of controller over you. They're in a position of superior over you because they're dictating to you what you should respond to and thus how you should respond. And they give you a whole list of ways and options to respond that we're not even thinking up our own ways to respond. But instead of responding and reacting to what they doing, what they do, based on their plans and their idea of the world, their view of the world, we have to revisit our cosmology, our view of the world. And then it doesn't really have to be a revisit thing. We have to tap in to what is us, what is truly, truly us. We don't have to go back to do that. We don't have to go backwards. We have to go within and identify who we really are. And based on this knowledge and understanding of who we really are, then we create a reality based on that. And that is what makes everything brand new. See, if we keep going back, we're never going to get to a point where we can actually move forward to a new reality, because we're trying to go back and repeat the greatness that was before. But the greatness that was before was not meant to last, because it wasn't great enough. I'm going to repeat that. The greatness that was before was not meant to last because it was not great enough. We as the creator, we as God got bored. If we are at a constant state of perfection and high evolution, perfection, 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 that is not the total expanse of reality. This so-called thing of perfection, which really, it don't exist. But we manifest different experiences just for that reason, for the different experiences. And so then we designed it so that we would go to sleep and forget who we are, forget our creative powers, forget our creative identity, and then have to wake up and feel our way back into who we really are. And this is all about an adventure for the soul, brothers and sisters. Adventure for the soul. This ain't even like no big deal what's going on in the world today. You know, we crying and whining, oh, it's so unjust, you know, they treat us so horribly. Shut the F up. Stop whining and stop crying. Are you a creator or not, man? Are you a creator or not? Or is racism gonna always be the reason for you to focus on negative shit? You know, stop whining about what we experience in the world as far as injustice. Justice and justice. Justice and justice. Well, who brings about justice? The warrior does. Harakuti, Ogun, whatever names that you have. Whatever your belief system is, the balance will be restored. But nothing, well, what is perfect balance? It don't exist. Perfect balance do not exist. Perfect balance already is. If it exists, then it already has to be right now. There's nothing that we can achieve in the linear future. Balance is not to be achieved. It's to be recognized. Understand the balance that already exists, that the universe is already balanced because it's constantly expanding and God is getting experience, the creator is getting experience. That's the balance. That's the justice. And you decide where you want to be in this universe as far as your level of functioning as an individual and then us as a people. If we want to do it that way, we don't have to do it as a people. We're going to do it as a people either way, because we cannot not be a people. But then on the greater expansive thing, we all people, so then we'll be talking about people. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring this little tidbit of information and inspiration to let us know that we already are everything that we could ever dream of being. But now you have to embrace that. And in embracing that, then you have to encourage that within yourself and within others. And then doing that will enhance our existence as we allow ourselves to expand in our power, in our experience, in our wisdom. That's love. Love is to embrace, enhance, encourage, and allow. That's how we love each other. That's how we love ourselves. That's how we love one another. So understand that we are as much as a creative force than anything. In fact, one could say we are the greater creative force out here but we forgot. We fell asleep. And it's up to you to determine how much you want to wake up. What level are you ready to wake up on? Are you ready to wake up on a level where you can heal any ailment at will in an instant, practically? You can regrow limbs, you can levitate, you can fly, you can disappear. You can stay underwater in incalculable amount of time. Eyes sweating out here. You see what I'm saying? And no, I don't got these shades on to hide my eyes. See, I'm looking at you. But so what we saying here? What level are you trying to get on? You want to visit other planets, other dimensions? All of this stuff we can do now. It's available to us now. Do you accept it? Do you embrace it? Do you understand who you are? There's nothing that you have to look down hundreds of years in the future and say one day we'll be able to be this and be that. No, be it now. Be it now. How much are you ready and willing to wake up? And there's no judgment. You can be whatever degree of godhood, supreme intelligence, supreme power, whatever degree you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Mastering the physical by being in the physical. Okay? It ain't even got to be about no magic. It can just be about living. Just master life. Just understand who you are. Understand that nobody create reality for us. We co-create the experience on this planet with everybody else that's on it. And we have the power to decide what our unique experience is going to be. We can get with some like minds and decide how we're going to live. And no one has the power to come and disturb us or destroy what we're doing if we understand that we're firmly rooted right down to the core of the earth. And then we're sustained right up to the center of the universe, wherever that is. We could say at least up to the Sirius B star, where the Dogons say we from. Huh? So, you know, we ain't got to really be not doing certain things because we're afraid of what others going to do and how they're going to respond. That means you're not embracing the fact that you're a creator on this planet. You don't not do things out of fear of consequences that others who have no authority over you other than what you give them. I don't care what position in society they think they have. They don't have that position in the universe over you. They may be in a structured position based on the structure of human society and how people agree to put them in position. And so now they're representing the authority, quote unquote. But we know that the authorities, quote unquote, we know how they have been behaving. Do we want to subject ourselves to that for more generations to come? No, let's create another reality. And let's at least plan 7 generations in advance. Okay, so if each generation plans 7 generations in advance, it will keep going and going and going. So if I plan 7 generations in advance, and my children plan 7 generations in advance, okay, so where my 7 generation planning stops, theirs will go on for 1 further generation. But then there's, you know, the next generation and the next generation planning and doing things 7 generations in advance. It won't stop. And then that 7 generations becomes to be understood not as a linear thing, okay, but as a spiraling thing that expands in a cyclical direction or multiple directions simultaneously. Okay, so then it's not about just looking at the linear future, but it's the fact that when we got 7 generations accounted for, that lines up with the 7 chakras, 7 dimensions, 7 levels of body mind, 7,000 years that our ancient ancestors used to live, according to Black Root Science. You see what I'm saying? And so when all of this is in alignment, it's beyond linear, okay? Because the thing about the chakras, when they're open in alignment and fully functional, we got more than just linear reality. We also got cyclical reality. And when you apply both together, that's spirals. So it's progress and it's cyclical progress and it's linear progress at the same time. It's not limited though to either or, it's both and. So then we can be expansive enough to exist on any timeline and any multiple dimensional experience that our soul manifests on simultaneously at one given time. You might have to rewind that. I'm not going to repeat that. And so we have to understand that we're way beyond what this life appears to be. What this life and this world's perception is showing us about us and about life in the world, we have to understand that we are beyond that. We are far beyond that. And we only experience this limited reality as long as we accept this limitation as being reality. I say that again, you didn't hear me. We only experience this limited reality as long as we accept this limitation as being reality. Shout out to my brick walls in the back. It reminds me of Will Smith's story. Actually, it's inspired by Will Smith's story when his father had them, you know, rebuilding the business that fell apart, rebuilding that building, one perfect brick at a time. And that's how we got to rebuild our reality, rebuild ourselves, rebuild, and I want to say rebuild reality, build reality, a new reality for ourselves that we enjoy, that we honor, and that we could appreciate. We're doing too much complaining about somebody else's reality and views of the world that we disagree with. If we disagree with someone so much, then why don't we create what we do agree with? Again, if we disagree with someone so much, why don't we create what we do agree with? Instead of always focusing on what we disagree with, because then it just becomes an excuse and us whining. Why are we going to continue to whine and cry like a race of little bitches? And when I say bitches, I ain't talking about women. I'm not disrespecting women. I'm talking about whining like some little punk sissies that are scared not of physical confrontation, because we out in these streets killing each other every day. We ain't scared of physical confrontation, not scared of prison, not because we're scared of prison. No, we getting locked up and doing things every day to get locked up. So we ain't scared of prison. That's not a deterrent. But scared to face our power. That's what the fear is, baby. Fear of our own power. Fear that, damn, this motherfucker's flying. This motherfucker really took flight. He's flying. Oh, did I just relocate instantly across the country? I was in one state, I was in B-more, now I'm in California. Instantly. Did this just happen? Are you going to be afraid? Too afraid to do that? Oh man, I was on my deathbed, deathly ill yesterday. But in a matter of minutes, I shook it off, communicated to my cells, look, what are you doing? Let's get back in alignment. Let's go. Boom, and now I'm well. Are you afraid of that? If you're not afraid of that, holla at your boy. Because I'm linked up, not saying that I'm linked up with all the answers to your questions, but I'm linked up to my ancestors who are giving me answers to my questions. Are you linked up to yours? Are you linked up to your source? I'm linked up to my source. Hello, daughter.
Everything vintage.
My daughter just walked in the area. You see? Are you linked up to your source? Okay? Because it ain't about me proving that what I know to be true is true to you. I ain't about proving. I'm just sharing right now. I'm sharing. Sharing is caring. But I'm going to holler at y'all in a little while. All right? So just take this message and let it sink in. All right? Peace.